Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Goodbye 2024, and here comes 2025.
Number 6. John had a way of listening to horses and to people that made you feel truly seen. At 72, John St. Ryan passed away from a heart attack, leaving behind a deeply felt absence in the world of film, television, and horsemanship. Those who knew him were consistently struck by his quiet wisdom, his devotion to his craft, and the calm strength he carried into every room, stable, and set. Born in England and raised in Ireland, John's early passion for martial arts shaped much of his journey. He trained and coached numerous students across Europe, guiding 12 national champions. That passion led him into the world of stunts and choreography, and eventually, his own acting break. He first appeared in the gritty British action film GBH before landing a memorable role in Coronation Street as Charlie Whelan. Many fans still remember his powerful scenes with Bette Gilroy. He later moved to California, bringing with him that same grounded energy to roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Murder, She Wrote, and General Hospital. He also battled across time beside Heath Ledger in the cult favorite series Roar, but acting was only one part of John's story. A lifelong horseman, John became a 3-time national champion in Doma Vaquera, a dance-like Spanish form of riding. His Red Rose Ranch in California became a haven, not just for equestrians learning from one of the best, but for anyone seeking a better connection with their horse. He studied under equine greats like Tom Dorrance and wrote manuals focused on intuitive, respectful training methods. John's devotion to horses wasn't performance, it was principle. He taught thousands that mastery begins with empathy and patience, both with animals and with ourselves. Following the news of his passing, an outpouring of memories came from across the globe. One tribute read, "He knew how to bring calm where there was fear, whether in the eyes of a horse or a fellow actor." John St. Ryan is survived by his family, and a legacy firmly rooted in kindness, dedication, and boundless talent. Whether in the saddle or on screen, his presence lingered long after the moment had passed. Tributes to John St. Ryan. Number 5. His legacy will live on through the tremendous amount of music he created and the countless lives he touched. Those words from Blondie capture the immense impact of Clem Burke, the driving force behind one of rock's most unforgettable rhythms. At 70, Clem passed away after a private battle with cancer, leaving behind a beat that will echo for generations. It was 1974 when Clem stepped into Blondie's lineup, bringing unmatched energy, flair, and precision to every song. From the pulsating Heart of Glass to the crisp strikes behind Call Me, Clem's drumming helped shape the sound of new wave and push it into the global spotlight. But Clem's talent couldn't be contained by one band. His sticks powered sets for the Ramones, Bob Dylan, Joan Jett, and Iggy Pop. Under the name Elvis Ramone, he even played with the punk legends for a short and memorable time. He made music feel alive, complex, raw, and real. A self-described rock and roll survivalist, Clem approached every project with intense passion. His dedication wasn't just to performance, it was to the essence of music itself. He worked tirelessly, rehearsed relentlessly, and played with heart. His contributions took him all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006, where he was honored alongside his Blondie bandmates. Beyond the stage, Clem was kind, funny, and deeply respected. Always generous with younger musicians, he shared wisdom without ego. His love for the drums never faded, even while working on a memoir that fans eagerly awaited. Clem is survived by his wife, Ellen, and a family of friends worldwide. Debbie Harry and Chris Stein remembered him lovingly as the heartbeat of Blondie, a title no one else could ever earn. In his final days, Clem kept the rhythm going quietly, gracefully. And while his hands are now still, the music he made thunders on. Tributes to Clem Burke. Number 4. Nothing phony, nothing fake. That's how those closest to Al Barile described him. A man who lived with unapologetic honesty, relentless passion, and an unshakable belief in doing it his way. Al Barile, co-founder of the trailblazing hardcore punk band SSD, passed away at 63 after a brave battle with cancer. His raw guitar tone and uncompromising spirit helped define the sound and soul of Boston's hardcore scene. Born and raised in Lynn, Massachusetts, Al was more than just a musician. He was a movement in motion. While working as a machinist and studying at Northeastern, he pulled punk out of the garage and into the streets with SSD's explosive debut, "The Kids Will Have Their Say." It wasn't just music. It was a manifesto. As SSD's founding force, Al carved a path for straight-edge culture and independent music. Their blistering live shows became the heartbeat of a culture that refused to be tamed. Albums like Get It Away and How We Rock widened the sound, blending punk and metal and reshaping the boundaries of both. But Al's greatest power came not from distortion pedals or volume knobs. It came from his authenticity. He didn't just play music, he made you feel something. Whether he was putting out records through Exclaim or mentoring younger musicians, his message was always the same: stand for your truth. After SSD disbanded, Al formed Gage and continued to create and connect. Even as cancer challenged his body, he opened up about his experience with unflinching honesty, sharing updates, making jokes, and reminding everyone to keep pushing forward. His wife of 43 years, Nancy Barile, captured it best. "I never met anyone who was his own person as much as Al was. No one made me laugh more." Al died from complications related to his illness, including a recent blood infection and sepsis, which he spoke about candidly online. Through it all, he remained determined, grateful, and true to who he was. He leaves behind a legacy that reshaped underground music, and a community bonded by shared values, loud guitars, and a fearless voice that never backed down. Al Barile showed us how to make noise that means something. Tributes to Al Barile. Number 3. It's not the size of the player in the fight, but the size of the fight in the player. That quote was often used to describe Karl Warwick, a tenacious spirit with a powerful presence, especially when the game was on the line. Karl Warwick, World Series champion and beloved Major League outfielder, passed away in April at the age of 88 after a brief illness. His contributions to baseball went far beyond the numbers. He became a symbol of grit, reliability, and heart. Raised in Dallas, Karl found his love for baseball early. He took his childhood dream and turned it into a career, shining at Texas Christian University before stepping onto major league fields in the early 1960s. He played for iconic teams like the Dodgers, the Cardinals, and the Cubs. But it was the 1964 World Series that defined his career. As a pinch hitter for the St. Louis Cardinals, Karl delivered in the most critical moments, tying a postseason record with 3 game-changing hits. That performance helped lead the Cards to a dramatic victory over the Yankees and earned Karl a permanent place in baseball's memory. Over 6 seasons, he played over 600 games and posted a solid .248 batting average, along with 31 home runs. But ask anyone who watched him play and they'd tell you, his value went far beyond stats. Away from the spotlight, Carl was known for his quiet humility and respect for the game. He never sought attention, yet his kindness and steady presence made him a favorite among teammates and fans. "He was the guy you wanted by your side when it mattered most," recalled a former teammate. "Always calm, always confident." Carl's legacy lives on in the stories passed down from generation to generation. He reminded us all that showing up with heart, win or lose, is what truly counts. He is survived by his family, and a lifetime of fans who will never forget the excitement he brought to the game and the character he showed beyond it. Tributes to Carl Warwick. Number 2, Peter had a vision for golf that went beyond scores and trophies. He believed the game could shape character. That belief guided Peter McEvoy's life, both on and off the course. A trailblazer in amateur golf, he devoted more than 5 decades to elevating the game he loved. Peter passed away peacefully at the age of 72, leaving behind a legacy built on dedication, leadership, and innovation. From early days near the fairways of Turnberry, his passion was clear. That spark led to back-to-back wins at the Amateur Championship. But it wasn't just his titles that made him stand out. It was how he played, gracefully, fearlessly, with deep respect for the sport. Peter made history at the Masters, becoming the first British amateur to make the cut. He was twice the low amateur at the Open. Over 5 appearances in the Walker Cup and Eisenhower Trophy, he represented Great Britain and Ireland with unmatched pride. As a captain, he guided the 2001 Walker Cup team to victory, earning admiration for his calm leadership and sharp insight. Many in the golfing world still point to that team as a model of unity and spirit. Yet his influence didn't stop when he set down his clubs. As a golf course designer, his creativity shaped iconic layouts like Fota Island. As a writer and administrator, he helped redefine amateur golf's place in modern sport. His work earned him the Golf Writers' Trophy, the Gerald Micklem Award, and in 2003 an OBE. Those who knew Peter describe him as generous with his time and wisdom. He was a mentor, a thinker, and above all, a passionate steward of the game. Following news of his passing, tributes came from across the world. One read, "A visionary who never lost touch with the heart of the game." Peter McEvoy passed away following a brief illness. He is survived by family, friends, and a community of golfers who will carry his spirit forward. Tributes to Peter McEvoy. What's trending on the internet? News 1. A promising young soccer player has tragically passed away after a swimming accident in southeast London. 15-year-old Isaiah Smith, a beloved member of Dorking Wanderers FC, lost his life on April 4th after getting into difficulty while swimming in the lake at Beckenham Place Park. Emergency services, including police divers, the London Ambulance Service, and London Fire Brigade, responded quickly after a report was made at around 3 p.m. Despite their efforts, Isaiah was found later that evening and sadly pronounced dead at the hospital. Authorities are treating the incident as unexpected but not suspicious. Isaiah's team, Dorking Wanderers FC, paid tribute to the teen's character and talent in a heartfelt message. Isaiah was a hugely popular and talented young man and will be sorely missed by all that knew him. The club will provide support for all involved in whatever way we possibly can. Lewisham Council confirmed that the lake remains closed as investigations continue, and security has been placed on site out of respect for the family and community. In this time of deep sorrow, the community has rallied around Isaiah's family, sharing memories of his bright spirit and love for the game. Though his time was short, The joy and inspiration he brought to others leave a lasting legacy of kindness, teamwork, and promise. News 2. A Georgia community is mourning the loss of a mother and her 4 young children after a devastating crash on Sunday, April 6th. The tragic accident occurred around 6 a.m. on I-95 in McIntosh County, as 27-year-old Reagan Dugan traveled south in a rented Jeep SUV with her children, 3 sons, ages 9, 4, and 3 months, and a 2-year-old daughter. According to authorities, the SUV collided with another vehicle and a guardrail before catching fire. All 5 family members were sadly pronounced dead at the scene. They were en route from their home in Raleigh, North Carolina to Florida to reunite with Dugan's husband. Neighbors in Raleigh remembered the family fondly, recalling Reagan's warm smile and the joyful energy of her children. "They were always happy," said one neighbor, Jason Flores. "It's hard to believe they're gone." Officials reported that the driver of the other vehicle was taken to the hospital for treatment. I-95 remained closed for several hours during the investigation. While this is a moment of deep grief, local residents and extended communities have come together to offer prayers, support, and love to the family left behind. In the face of unimaginable heartbreak, people are honoring the memory of Reagan and her children by sharing kind words and moments that show how one family's light can touch many hearts. As the community gathers in support, their story becomes one of remembrance, love, and unity. News 3. As floodwaters continue to rise across central parts of the U.S., communities are facing both heartbreak and hope. After days of relentless storms that brought over a foot of rain and claimed at least 19 lives, rivers are now swelling, threatening more damage in already waterlogged regions. In Kentucky, where rivers like the Kentucky and Ohio are nearing record levels, residents are banding together. In Frankfurt, neighbors are helping each other evacuate and move belongings, while officials reassure the public that the city's flood wall system can handle the rising tide, with temporary protections firmly in place. Emergency responders, volunteers, and even local jail inmates have joined forces to fill sandbags in western Kentucky, while water rescues have taken place in places like Colesburg and New Haven. Though the devastation is clear, submerged homes, impassable roads, and entire towns surrounded by water, so is the unity. "We're thankful it's not raining anymore," said Hardin County Sheriff John Ward. "Now we focus on helping one another." Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear declared a state of emergency and urged everyone to stay alert and prepared. Court systems and schools are closing temporarily, allowing residents to focus on recovery. In the face of adversity, stories of kindness and resilience are rising just as steadily as the rivers. Whether it's neighbors with trailers offering to help or first responders working around the clock, communities are showing what it means to stand strong, together. News 4. A community in Prescott, UK is mourning the heartbreaking loss of 13-year-old Layla Allen, who died in a house fire on April 2nd. Described by her family as a vibrant and loving young girl, Layla is being remembered for the joy and light she brought into every room she entered. Firefighters responded to the blaze late Wednesday night and quickly extinguished the fire, which had started in a rear bedroom. While 5 children and 2 adults escaped the home safely, Layla sadly could not be saved. Authorities say a full investigation into the cause of the fire is ongoing. In a touching tribute, Layla's family described her as a shining light, known for her quick wit, sense of humor, and warm heart. She was funny, charismatic, and so quick-witted, always ready with a joke or a clever remark, they shared. With an infectious energy and a heart full of love, she had a way of making every moment brighter. Layla loved makeup, art, and sharing creative videos on TikTok. Her family said she had big dreams and a joyful spirit that touched everyone she met. The community has rallied around the family with flowers, kind words, and messages of support. As they grieve, the family asks for continued privacy. Though her life was tragically short, Layla's memory lives on in the hearts of those who knew and loved her. News 5. A day on the golf course turned into a heartbreaking tragedy for a Georgia family as a father and son lost their lives during a powerful storm. On Sunday, April 6th, Matthew Terrell Collins Sr., 58, and his son Matthew Terrell Collins Jr., 29, were spending time together at Bull Creek Golf Course in Midland when severe weather struck. The two sought shelter under a tree as the storm intensified. Tragically, the tree fell, killing both men instantly, according to authorities. Officials confirmed the cause of death as blunt force trauma. The incident occurred during a stretch of dangerous weather across the South and Midwest, which has claimed at least 20 lives in recent days. Described as having a deep bond, the father and son were remembered by loved ones as devoted, kind, and family-oriented. A GoFundMe set up for the family shared that the outing was meant to be a simple moment together, one that would unknowingly become their last. They were sharing time, just the two of them, in a way they always enjoyed, the fundraiser states. It's hard to imagine such love and connection ending so suddenly. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp offered his condolences, asking residents to keep the family and first responders in their prayers. As the community mourns, the fundraiser has raised over $11,000 to help the grieving family cover funeral expenses, a powerful reminder of the support that can emerge in the wake of unthinkable loss. News 6. In a powerful moment of hope amid heartbreak, a 63-year-old woman was pulled alive from the rubble of a collapsed building in Myanmar nearly 4 days after a devastating earthquake struck the region. Rescuers discovered her on Tuesday, April 1st, more than 90 hours after the 7.7 magnitude quake rocked the country and parts of neighboring Thailand. The woman had been trapped beneath the debris in Myanmar's capital, Naypyidaw, following Friday's massive tremor that has claimed over 2,700 lives and left more than 10,000 buildings destroyed. Her survival has brought a rare bright spot in an otherwise grim recovery effort still underway, as nearly 450 people remain missing. Despite the destruction, stories like hers offer resilience and inspire those continuing the search. "It's a miracle. It gives us hope to keep digging," said one of the rescue workers involved in the mission. Authorities say this was the second strongest earthquake in Myanmar's recorded history. While the region faces urgent shortages of food, clean water, and shelter, international aid agencies, including UNICEF and the United Nations, are ramping up efforts to deliver supplies and support. The quake's impact was felt as far as Bangkok, over 600 miles away, where a 30-story building under construction collapsed. But amid the chaos, moments of survival continue to lift spirits. With every hand reaching through the debris and every life saved, the people of Myanmar show the world the power of endurance and the importance of unity in crisis. News 7. Phil Robertson, the beloved patriarch of Duck Dynasty, is currently navigating a challenging chapter in his life as he battles Alzheimer's disease. His son Jace Robertson recently shared a heartfelt update on their family podcast, revealing that Phil, now 78, is receiving professional care and being kept as comfortable as possible. Jace candidly acknowledged how difficult it has been watching his father's health decline, especially for loved ones who aren't with him every day. "We're doing the best we can," he said. "That's just what you do when you love someone." Phil, known for his faith, wit, and down-to-earth wisdom, remains surrounded by family support. His grandson Zach shared that, while the changes are painful to witness, they're also reminders of just how much Phil has meant to so many. "It's tough, but it makes you cherish the little moments," he said. The family remains grateful for the prayers and kind words from fans. Though Phil's condition is serious, their focus is on celebrating his legacy and keeping his spirit alive at home. With a career that spanned television, books, and ministry, Phil Robertson's impact continues to resonate far beyond his Louisiana home. As Jace noted, "He may not remember everything, but we remember for him, and we'll keep telling those stories." The Robertsons are leaning into faith, love, and resilience, true to the values they've always shared with the world. Number 1. Anna Slováčková was a multifaceted artist, a singer, actress, and beloved presenter whose presence lit up both stage and screen. Born on August 22, 1995 in Prague, she was destined for creativity. The daughter of actress Dagmar Petrasová and composer Felix Slováček, Anna was immersed in the performing arts from a young age, and her talent blossomed early. She studied piano and voice, acted in her mother's productions, and lent her voice to beloved children's recordings, including those of the iconic Mole character. Her early charm made her a natural fit as a children's TV presenter, and her passion quickly evolved into a respected performing arts career. Anna's breakthrough came in musical theater, where she played standout roles such as Gerda in The Snow Queen, Alice in Wonderland, and Desdemona in Iago. Her performances at the Hibernia and Semaphore theaters showcased her vocal power and emotional depth. She also appeared in TV dramas and variety shows, becoming a household name across the Czech Republic. Beyond theater, Anna was a prolific musician. She fronted her own pop-rock band, released albums Aura and Osudova, and collaborated with orchestras and big bands across the country. Her music connected with fans through honesty and emotion, especially after her 2019 breast cancer diagnosis. Even as she battled cancer, which returned in 2023 as lung cancer, Anna continued to perform, record, and advocate for others. Songs like Even If We Are Bald reflected her courage and empathy. Anna Slováčková passed away at home in Prague on April 6, 2025 at the age of 29. Her legacy endures in her music, her roles, and the light she brought to the lives of others. Tributes to Anna Slováčková. There was always something sweet and sincere in Jay's spirit, even behind the mischief, recalled Jeannie Russell, his co-star and lifelong friend. Jay North,